Got to know him pretty well, yeah. Because I was cast in Oklahoma, playing Will Parker, and Ramon was put in charge of choreographing all the tap dance numbers and stuff like that. So we had a studio out in Malibu, and I would go out to their house, and he would just drill me. He was a Nazi, and it was really fun. And I learned how to tap dance, and we became friends, and all that stuff.
Well, I won the Oscar, and I was in shock, kind of, I was overwhelmed by the whole thing, the whole gestalt. So I get in the elevator, and I'm going down with a lot of people. We're all packed in there like sardines, and I got my Oscar. And this very well-known actress is standing in front of me in the elevator, and we're going down. And she starts to squirm a little bit. And then I realize that the head of my Oscar is in her, is sort of, it's touching her behind, And I thought, oh man, this is so weird. So I take the Oscar up and I bring it back up like that, and I just leaned over in her ear and I said, "Oh, pardon me, that wasn't me. It was my Oscar." That's a true story.
Being a product and someone else's product, and I couldn't stand it. It was claustrophobic. Mm-hmm. So I swore to myself that I wouldn't. I would choose my own path, and I wouldn't deviate in any way. And if I failed, but I tried, and I figured I could always, go back to, playing guitar or pumping gas or something.
And so when I was growing up, we were really not well off, but the money they spent would be to go to the theater, go to the movies, go to dance, classical music, opera, museums. I was taken to everything from a really, really young age, which is so lucky.
I guess Gary Marshall's kid had seen Star Wars and thought that there should be an alien on Happy Days. Which is very logical, very logical. Yeah, it's very logical. And Gary's going, well, that's nice, let's try. That'll be good, we'll try it, you'll have fun, don't worry. And I came in and kind of started messing around, and I did the thing where I stood on my head, sat in a chair, and just started doing weird things, and then they went, I like that.
And I really thought that acting was not a very intelligent thing to do. I thought that it seemed to me that all anyone ever said to me was, be natural, act like yourself, be yourself. And I thought, well, that's just not much of a profession to repeat lines and be yourself. That doesn't seem like much of anything. And I really realized, really through Robert De Niro and his work with me, that creating a character was so much more than that.
Hit him?
No, I mean, it's a very delicate situation at the moment. No, I didn't, I got in a lot of fights when I was a kid. I did.
You did?
Yeah. But only because it was one of those situations where, people like to pick on you.
So you defended yourself?
Yeah, you like to defend, you have to defend yourself.
Of course.
It was that I had started having sex, and that sex didn't feel like enough, and no emotions were really enough, and nothing really felt like it was. I didn't feel like there was always something you wanted to break out of, or you had to feel more, be more connected to another person, something more honest. And in kind of a moment of wanting to find something honest, I grabbed a knife and cut him, he cut me back, and we had this exchange of something, and then somehow covered in blood and feeling my heart was racing, and there was something dangerous in life, and suddenly felt more honest than whatever this sex was supposed to be, this connection between two people was supposed to be. So I went through a period of when I'd feel trapped, I'd cut myself because it felt like I was releasing something, and it was honest.
And he's still, although he's now, he has an incredible voice, my father, and he's always been very, very musical. And I think it's really extraordinary what he's doing. God, he's going to hate me for saying this, but Dad, I believe, is 66 years old. And he's in a band now, and every other band member is under 35. He's just having a great time being this kind of aging rocker, as he calls himself.
We do the scene, and it's a scene at the end where I throw dishes, and so I threw some dishes and cut, and I look around and there's blood everywhere because I broke a plate or something, and I thought, and they're all checking me, and oh my God, she cut herself, and I couldn't find any cut, and then I look and I realize I see Al's hand is bleeding. And I cut Al Pacino in my screen test.
And you still got the part.
I think then he liked me. I think that was actually the turning point.
What was it like?